Hello, and welcome to my final assignment for Intro to Global Trade, Spring 2015. This project is called Shipping a Product Internationally and is narrated by Matthew Bodkins. The sales department at International Traders R Us welcomes our CFO, Chief Financial Officer, Marilee Feldman, to our solution to her challenge of finding an international company in need of a domestic product. We have found two such companies, one in Australia and the other in Russia, both in need of one 40-foot container of fire hydrants, as well as a company in Oskaloosa, Iowa, named Clow Valve Company, who can meet the demand. Our requested project product is the K81 Guardian, normally made by Clow Valve's sister company under McWane International called Kennedy Valve, and is already an internationally trusted product. At the time of our Australian client's need for shipment, Kennedy Valve's plant operation will be shut down for maintenance. Clow Valve has assured us that it will be able to obtain the mold needed to make the requested hydrant in time for shipment. The hydrants, when ready for shipment, will cost $63,000, weigh 18,000 pounds, and be shipped in a 40-foot container, ocean container under the HS code 8481801085. The first step in facing our challenge was to perform a SWOT analysis of each country to determine which would be most suitable to meet our challenge. Australia's strengths are they have a fair trade agreement with the U.S., have great bilateral relations with the U.S., foreign direct investment market entry capability, have individualistic culture like the U.S., require no special adaptations for our product. Their weaknesses are any unknown special adaptations not uncovered by research, and a 10% tax. Their opportunities are restructuring, allowing larger U.S. construction firms to enter the market, consistent trade increasing bilateral relations. Their threats are they primarily buy from Europe, China, or India. Russia's strengths are they have a complete range of industries for investment. They have no refugee issues. They are open to multiple religions. Their weaknesses are political economical sanctions which cause currency degradation, no bilateral relations, no safe market entry, and of course they have a foreign language. Their opportunities are political economic resolve leading to currency leveling, new bilateral relations, future market entry, and of course business partners can learn the language. Their threats are they have no fair trade agreement with the U.S. They have an expensive financial risk, CIF and tariff and VAT taxes. Product adaptation is not known, and they have a collectivistic culture which is opposite to the United States. To meet our challenge, we had to further consider the details of the following criteria: bilateral relations, market entry, financial risk, cultural dimensions, tax and tariff issues, international advertising, legal considerations, and logistics. When it comes to bilateral relations with Australia, the U.S. has enjoyed 75 years of diplomatic relations and ties with Australia, ranging from commercial, academic, environmental, and defense. It already exports machinery, vehicles, optic and medical instruments, aircraft, and agricultural products, and has shared membership in international organizations and maintains a domestic embassy. Political, economical, and perhaps cultural issues currently strain bilateral relations with Russia. When it comes to market entry, due to McWane International's extended operations in Australia in 1999 with the acquisition of Manchester Tank and Equipment Company, and the fact that two major local players have made moves that effectively reduce the number of local Tier 1 large companies that can potentially bid on mega infrastructure projects, larger U.S. construction firms now have potential opportunities to enter the market. Due to the pessimistic forecasts and analysts conducted by various experts, and despite the Russian construction industry's continued steady growth rate of about 8 to 10%, current bilateral economic relations render this information useless. When it comes to financial risk, according to Exim's country limitation schedule, Australia has no limitations, whereas Russia is experiencing withdrawn credit insurance applications and policy coverage. When it comes to cultural dimensions, Australia's culture is basically identical to the U.S., whereas Russia's dimensions are almost opposite those of the U.S. When looking at tax and tariff issues, Australia only has a standard VAT, CIF, and duty of 10% for U.S. companies, whereas Russia has a tariff and VAT duties of 27.7% combined. After carefully considering the results of the comparing SWOT analysis between Australia and Russia, the sales department believes shipping to our client in Australia best meets the challenge of our CFO and creates an opportunity for our company to grow. The sales department found our clients at the International Advertising Trade Show called Select USA Investment Summit. This trade show offers a premier opportunity for U.S. state, regional, and local economic development organizations, EDOs, to share product information directly with 600 investors in 60 countries. The trade show utilizes special meeting rooms with translators, and this option would allow international traders or us to include any product or service global customers are in need of in the future. Legal considerations for this project include 1. Filling out the product adaptation sheet for McWane International, which is a standard procedure according to the McWane International Trade Compliance. Information required is 1. Request of client company information, and 2. The request of project information, including the official project name and location. All information is then scanned through a visual compliance system which searches multiple databases of government lists of denied parties or restricted persons, sanctioned programs, wanted persons, international tariffs, etc. 2. Contacting the freight forwarder, UPS, and establishing a contract using Incoterm CIF and arranging cargo insurance, handling documentation, customs clearance, transport arrangements, and packing, warehousing, and distribution. 3. Signing up for an SBA-approved Export Express loan through UPS and handled by Bank Iowa, the banking facility nearest to Clough Valve Company. Logistically speaking, Clough Valve Company will produce the required hydrants at its Oskaloosa, Iowa facility. The freight forwarder UPS will pick up the product from that facility and transport it to Port Newark Container Terminal in New Jersey for shipping to Sydney, Australia. In conclusion, the sales department of International Shippers or us feels confident that if our CFO chooses our client in Australia, it will be a decision to help grow our company and support sales efforts to increase our global presence through well-established companies like McWane International's Clough Valve Company and Kennedy Valve. It will also allow our company to highlight our services at the Australian Construction Expo in Victoria. This will increase awareness of our new partner's product with the engineering and landscaping services and related products and services like building construction, as well as communicate our corporate intentions in the market of international shipping of becoming a global contender that proves whatever your need, you can trust us to provide. Thank you, and I hope you've enjoyed my presentation.